since when people are watching porn, you are exposed to like nudity, so much more sexual acts that when you're with a significant other, does it feel less special?
In a way, yeah. Like, cause you expect some pornography, like extremities.
Like a perfect vagina.
Yeah, yeah, or like perfect position or perfect, orgasm.
Right,
like
exactly.
yeah. So in a way, it can taint like your
And
image.
most times it doesn't happen like that in real life.
Yeah.
So,
I get it, but like,
and like just like think back to like the first time you saw a pair of titties.
You're like, damn.
You're like,
Big old
oh,
titties.
I'm not supposed to be seeing this, but I like it.
but that's just familiarity, though. That's just familiarity, though. Because like, let's say like your sibling. If you meet your sibling all the time, you'll like, and you guys don't meet each other
Right.
for like a year, like you'll miss them, right?
Right.
It's just familiarity with something.
True.
So
But like, what's something that you really look forward to? Like once a month or like once every like, what's something you look like a meal?
it's actually kind of sad. But I don't want to actually look more than anything. I mean,
Like sambusa,
no, a fucking paycheck.
a paycheck.
A paycheck.
If you got a paycheck every single day, I know you wouldn't be mad about it, but it would start to not be as
Special.
special, you know? And so I think thinking about that, like keeping your intimacy and level of excitement high for like sex with a partner or even like sexual acts, is it important to like limit your porn or not use it as much or even like get rid of it altogether?
I mean, I don't know, because like it just depends on the situation and it depends on the partner.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I get it though. I get it.
Because like personally, in my past relationship, I did use porn, but I feel like if I hadn't, like I don't know, it would have been more like I would have actively learned quicker to find ways to actually make it better, and not just have it be like a normal thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not cheating. That's my point. That's what I'm gonna bring it back to, in my opinion. But I see your perspective, but agree or disagree. What about that?
Yeah, I got you.
There we go.
I think we moved past from the cheating part. I was just wondering. Like,
Yeah, I get it too. But
yeah.
I mean, it's part of everyday life. So
It is.
yeah.
Human nature, we just crave like that the sex,
The nut.
Cause I think men are just we were born to literally just have sex.
Testosterone, bro.
Yeah,
It is actually kind of sad because that's actually like literally true.
mm-hmm.
Like males are actually born to
have sex and
No,
reproduce
reproduce
and
their
die.
offspring. Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty
But-
much it.
Then should you find that through your partner? Then shouldn't you be like that connected or want your partner that bad, that like you could ask your partner to help you out with that instead of just seeking it through other people.
There's also one thing that men want to reproduce with as many females as he can.
But is it right? Like,
It's not right, but this is how we work.
and so it's okay.
Maybe it's
Debatable.
social norms. Just social norms say that it is.
Because I think that argument's kind of messed up
Yeah.
to say like, as animals we want to reproduce with as many people, and if you're in a relationship like that's a no.
Yeah.
that's what
Obviously.
society's telling us.
Yeah.
There's no genetic reason for one person to be with one person for the rest of their life. There's
Yeah,
we're not genetically predisposed to being married.
Right.
We're just, I don't know. I don't want to get too freaking morbid and like depressing, but like, we nut, we die.
That's pretty much it. We nut and die.
We nut and die. Put that on a t-shirt.
like dumb,
Sell
man.
that.
When you die, you come back to life as a ghost.
Speaking of ghosts,
You're gonna go.
Speaking of ghosts,
Speaking of
guys, are ghosts real?
bro, they're literally not at all. And I had to force myself because when I was a kid, I used to be fucking traumatized by ghosts and like scary shit. And, Michael Myers fucking destroyed my childhood. And I blamed that on my older sister because I grew up like Muslim, like really Muslim.
Yeah.
And like Halloween was like considered like the demons holiday. And like the only way I could participate, like at least this is early on. This is like when I was like in my early like single digit, like I was like like 7, 8, 9, whatever it is. And I couldn't go trick or treating, but in Halloween days we used to sit home, get a bunch of snacks, and watch a bunch of scary movies. And I used to watch like fucking Michael Myers, Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3.
Yeah.
And I used to be fucking like, to this day, I don't like looking at pictures of Michael Myers. I just don't like it. So, but gradually, like I used to be scared of like, oh yeah, there's a fucking, I'm home by myself. Oh, I hear a door slam. Oh shit, is that a fucking guy like ready to fucking murder me or some shit? Is that a ghost like giving me a sign?
Yeah.
And you just realize like, no, it can't be. There's so many explanations for why it isn't that make more sense than for it to be some fucking transparent guy that wants to talk to you. Like, look how far you're reaching. It just doesn't make sense.
So what's the explanation behind that they are not real?
Where's the fucking evidence that they are?
Where is it that they're not?
But you can apply that. But the onus isn't on me. The burden of proof isn't on me to prove to you that something isn't real. What the fuck? Like no scientist says, okay, the chemical whatever on the atomic table, it is real. Or yeah, it is real. Proof to me is like or something. You're not. The burden of proof isn't on me to prove you wrong. It's for you to prove that you're right.
I think it's definitely hard to persuade someone that something is real if they haven't experienced it firsthand.
But I've experienced situations where I thought it was a ghost, but then now looking back at it, there's so many other explanations. If you're a big door slam, it's a ghost. Or maybe it's the wind.
Okay, pause. Obviously, Kevin has stories of why he thinks it's so real. So, Kevin, please explain your story.
So when I was first born, my family had lived in, I think, a house along with one of my dad's friends. And many nights I think I was like, 4 or 5 months old. And many nights I would like cry at a certain time at night. I think it was around 2 or 3 a.m. every other night or like every night. I'm not sure. But there was a lot of paranormal things that happened, like doors closing, TVs turning on, turning off by itself, right in front of my mom. And there was no one in the room. Everyone was asleep, and I would always cry for no reason, like screaming cry, like at like a certain like spot in the room, or just react weird, like not how babies should react when they're sleeping. So
like, I don't want to be like rude, but like that's anecdotal. You know what I mean?
Explain.
By anecdotal, it's like you were a baby, you don't remember.
You
were told.
I don't.
Yeah, but like you were told that story. It might have been in some ways the details might have been a little bit exaggerated.
So you're questioning.
I'm not questioning, but like if you think about it, like your claim is ghosts are real, metaphysical fucking transparent things are real, and your evidence for that is hearsay. Someone else told you that.
It's because it's his fucking.
I know. I'm not. That's why I'm not trying to sound like a dick. I'm not trying to like shit on it. But I don't want to.
But why would my mom just tell me that story for no reason?
People of embellishing stuff. I don't know. I'm not trying to like. But that can't be like your like solid reason why it's real.
I have no science behind it because science has not researched this at all.
That's my point. They would research it if it actually was plausible though.
But it's beyond their reach. It's like people that they can't see, hear, feel, but they assume it's there. I think they're there, but we can't research them because they're not tangible.
Abdi, I think that you don't want to believe that ghosts are real so bad.
No, it's not that I don't want to believe that.
You're going to lengths to, like.
What do you mean lengths? I'm being so freaking like generous. If there was like
Dude, his mom told him that these things happen, and his
therefore
dad,
it's a fact. Therefore it's a fact. It is real.
dude.
No, that's what I'm not trying to doubt your point. I'm just saying like that shouldn't be like your burden of why it is. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be like, okay, yeah, let's make a scientific paper on why ghosts are real. Number one, my parents told me. Number two, yeah, it's real because I was a baby and they told me.
Well,
like, that's my point.
That's my main point because there's no science behind it. Like people have not researched this to a point where there's like facts about why there's a being in a room with you when things happen. So we can only rely on claims that personal testimonials that people have experienced as firsthand. And that's my claim because I can't just go back in page 46 of this book, ghosts are real because of this chemical reaction in the air and people are like spiritually talking to you.
If that's actually, let's record a video situation happening where it's literally impossible for that thing to not happen if there wasn't a ghost. 100% I would be on board. But like, it's anecdotal. I'm not trying to like, it just is though. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It just is. So like if there's like a scientific research study that was like, okay, here's why ghosts are real. Because number one, chemical reaction in the air. There's video proof. There's audio proof. There's fucking, you can see the wavelengths of the fucking sound in the air moving because of this situation. And that correlates with that and that and that. I would literally be fucking wearing a fucking Ghostbuster shirt on right now.
So the ghost videos on YouTube and online, how do you know that that's real or fake?
Debate, it's fucking YouTube.
Real, but how do you know it's real or fake? How do you know?
Bro, it just doesn't make sense.
How do you know?
How do you know it is real?
How do you know that
we can literally go back
fake?
and forth. Because here's the thing. This is why I always say this. The onus, the burden of proof is on the claimant, not the person that's trying to, refute your claim. You know?
Yeah.
If you have all this, if your claim is something, and you tell me, prove me wrong, and I can't prove you wrong, therefore it is real. No. Prove why you're right.
I think people that have seen like ghost videos but have not experienced that personally, it's hard to believe. But people that have seen ghost videos and have similar experiences behind that, then it's very believable.
I mean, we can tie this to like, people that have like religious awakenings and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know if you want to go that deep, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. My mom told me a story about how she was just riding her bike one day in Vietnam, and and all of a sudden her handlebars just turned. And there was fucking traffic here. Nowhere in her right mind would she fucking turn. And then she gets ran over by a car, but she's totally fine. The bike is all fucked up, but she's totally fine.
What? But, okay,
how the fuck does that happen?
You can literally. I'm not trying to act like I'm trying to be really skeptical here because you can't. If something unexplainable happens, let's say like for UFOs or something like that, something that people really don't know, it's unidentified. We can't. We don't have an actual answer behind it, and that should be where the sentence stops. We don't know, but then people always love to take that next step. We don't know what happened, but we do know it was a ghost that did that and that and that. It's like, oh, it's an unidentified flying object.
Well, obviously.
It's a UFO. It's a UFO.
Because we don't know.
But it's an alien from a different planet.
We're obviously going to try to explain something that's unexplainable. Because it's not just going to happen for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
There's always nuances and situations. There's something that could make that explanation make more sense.
And scientists haven't found that out either.
Mm-hmm.
Because... I'm not gonna really sit here and debate whether ghosts are real or not. I don't.
Okay, then.
No. I don't.
The wind was just so strong to just.
Bro, there's so many situations. Bro, I used to have a bike where the fucking like the handlebar used to go from side to side because it used like the middle part. If you know on a bike, there's like a middle bolt that tightens it up so the handlebar just stays still. And there were times where like how you have your brakes whatever where they used to go forward because the thing was so loose. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say it's not real. I'm just saying like, there's probably a much better explanation for why that happened.
I think going side. Okay, well, for going back to you, like going side to side versus snapping like that, day and night difference. Vietnam holds a lot more spiritual stories, I feel like, than the U.S. because our parents grew up there more. But I think there's one story. My grandma was. This is a story. It's not facts. Yeah. But she she had saw someone that told her to follow her into like a cornfield. She was following, and then someone from I think like across the street was asking her, "Who you following?" She's like, "This guy right here," and turns around, he's gone. In a cornfield, in the middle of nowhere, someone was like asking, "Where you going? Who you following?" She's like, "This guy over here." Turns around, he's fucking gone. No one saw him but her. But why is that? Hallucinations, spiritual beings.
But I don't want to like. There's no point. I said porn. There's no point in arguing like anecdotal stuff because I wasn't there. I can't prove whether you're right or wrong. But like, if there was empirical shit behind that anecdotal stuff, I would 100% believe you. 100%. And that's my difference.
I think you just have to experience it yourself.
And if I did, and maybe that's because like fundamentally I'm not like that. I'm not like a spiritual person. I don't really.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so maybe that's the difference. But like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because it should like I said before, people don't know what happened. The situation is unexplained. Like you don't know. You just don't know what happened. But then people love filling in the blank of we don't know what happened. But yeah, it was a ghost. It was a dead person that came back to life and did that. It's like the conversation. We don't know what happened. It should stop there.
Yeah.
But if you experience something so
wicked,
and
it's something, it's weird. That's what it should be. It's weird. But the sentence should end right there. Something weird happened to me.
Yeah, something weird happened to me. Oh,
but then therefore, all right, something weird happened to me. But yeah, some dead person that came back to life did that. It's like. Yeah, you don't know. I don't know. And that's what you should say. I don't know.
Something really fucking weird happened to me yesterday. I was just riding my bike, and I just went into oncoming traffic for no reason because I don't know. Like
because you don't know.
I didn't want to do it, but like I just went into
But a dead person came back.
Okay,
to life.
Let's just move on from that. No, you fucking wonder why.
I'm not saying you shouldn't wonder why. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to explain that. I'm not saying they're wrong or whatever. I'm just saying that the base should be. Like, if you don't know, you literally do not know. You have no idea what happened. Yeah. You shouldn't like fill in the blanks with something that you don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too heated into this, but like,
it's beyond our
comprehension.
Yeah, in a way, it's like a different world. People obviously have not researched it because we can't see it, touch it, feel it. It's not tangible. There's no hard facts behind it, but there are personal testimonials that people have experienced to prove real. But it's hard to prove a story real to someone that has not experienced that themselves.
But like, I don't know, man. It's just you shouldn't. I think you know what I'm coming at, but yeah.
I don't know. In a situation like you are right now, if you want to diffuse while still getting people to believe your way, I feel like the best way is not to.
But that shouldn't just be on me, though.
Not to just interrupt me, but to say, yes, I see where you're coming from. Those events are unexplainable, like, and I certainly don't know where they came from, but all I'm saying is that if we don't know where they're coming from, then it's not right to just blame it on a dead person that came back to life and messed up your handlebar. That's one like that could be a reason, but there's also so many different reasons, scientifically, spiritually. I don't know, but for me, it's just I wouldn't want to label it as one reason and one reason only, because I feel like it could be a bunch of different things. But yes, I do understand where you're coming from. See, much better. Instead of being rude, cutting somebody off and then saying, and then asserting your views.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just passionate. That's the difference. I'm not trying to come off as rude.
I think we are opposite sides of this, but it's just because we have experienced different things. So
And it's not like Kevin, I know you really like do believe, because yes, your mom has told you. I'm very indifferent, and obviously you
I just don't know. I just don't
obviously
know.
you
I don't
don't
know.
believe, but for me it's like I don't really care too much about this. So if I can find a way to find middle ground on both of it, then that's good. Because like I don't know, like I said, like we actually don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, we don't.
Like we could say it's ghosts, but we only believe that because our parents told us, you know.
Yeah.
And then Abdi's,
I'm not trying to say that it's 100%
right.
impossible,
But he does have a point as well, where we don't know if it's a ghost or not, you know.
It can be anything really.
Right. We just don't know.
It's a thing beyond this that we can't understand, but it's could be or could not be real or fake.
Okay,
Like,
Abdi,
no,
what
like-
are you thinking?
but like now you see that argument that you made. Be principled and apply it to like something else that's unexplainable, like aliens. We don't know. Could be. It couldn't. But like, you need to if in order to have a claim that strong, that it is, you have to have something behind it, and you can't just say that it's like I don't. You have to have something behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the reason why we or Kevin is putting it on ghosts is because that's what we've been told growing up. We weren't growing up with people telling us, "Oh, it could be ghost or it could be something else." You know, we were told they're ghost, and so that's what we're gonna believe. That's just where we're coming from.
I get it.
But I also understand that like you do need an explanation for everything, or a solid explanation.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to even say everything. I'm trying to say like for a claim in any argument or in any discussion of anything.
Yeah.
If you have a claim, just have something behind it. And then if you do have something behind it and it makes sense, 100% I want it. But like I want to talk about UFOs now. Same thing with like UFO. Like the word UFO is unidentified flying object. But people love to like say, okay, unidentified flying object, but it's an alien from fucking Mars. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like if one is unidentified, how the hell can you come to the conclusion that? But people they love to have a conclusion in their head and work their lines up to the beginning. Whereas the opposite should be you have to have your evidence lean to your conclusion, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they have their conclusion already preset and they look for evidence to make their conclusion make sense. It shouldn't be like that.
What do you think?
I think certain words are put behind certain meanings. Like UFOs can be flying saucers. It can be a fucking airplane that we don't know what model it is. You know, it's not like a thing that we know of, but we know of a certain thing that fucking is relatable to it. So saucers can be a UFO because we don't know, or we have not researched it to a point where we can say this is what it is. But I think people would just say UFO for aliens because that's what
The common term.
the media has told and shit. So
They're movies.
Yeah. Like, and then you can also like look, if you look at it from someone else's like perspective, like in the 40s, there was like or like in the 30s or something, like you look at like the stats where it's like there's so many reportings of UFO sightings, but also people can say, oh yeah, aliens, but then you correlate it to regular stuff. Like in the 30s, there's like an abundance of airplanes being made, and like you put those two explanations together, it makes so much sense. But if you're like a person that's like so into aliens, you're like, oh no, it's like you can't even really convince that person. So it's like, I don't know. There's everything. I think it has correlations and things make more sense, but I don't know. Does life exist outside of planet Earth? The probability is so high that there is. But are they in little spaceships in fucking Maine?
Right. Plus humans.
That's not probable, I think. You know what I mean?
Life in general. They're probably big ass creatures. Earth is so small. There's probably a planet out there like the size of the sun where they are so fucking advanced they could get from one side of their planet to the other side through teleportation or some shit.
Yeah.
Where our dumbasses gotta fly like 13 hours to get to fucking Japan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's all interesting to talk about. So interesting.
So much shit.
In the last 20 years, like
progress.
how far we've come. Like 20 years ago, people weren't using the internet. Well, as much.
Yeah.
As much. Like, it wasn't a thing that everybody used. 20 years later, holy shit. Everyone, like, this shit was not around 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now imagine another 20 years ago. It's only exponentially gone up. So the amount of tech we have and the amount of time it takes to move faster in the technology industry is like so exponential. And I don't know if you guys want to talk about this, but AI and the capabilities of them, like, because once we create artificial intelligence smart enough to start updating themselves, like, and where they don't need humans to keep upgrading, then I don't know. I don't even know. That's a whole different subject.
That's all different. Yeah.
Because then they're gonna be able to advance faster than we've ever advanced before.
Mm-hmm.
And where do we draw that line of them making their own decisions? See, this is a whole different topic.
That's a whole different.
Yeah.
That's a whole different podcast episode.
Yeah, that is a whole different podcast episode. But I feel like we have talked enough today.
That is correct.
How do you guys feel?
I agree.
I'm pooped.
Abdi, do you feel like you still have like things that have been unsaid, unsettled beef about porn, ghosts, or
I think today
legalization?
Today, we shared our opinions. We agree to disagree, and hopefully, we can work toward a better future.
Shut up, Abdi. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, but thank you so much for listening, and I hope you truly enjoy this because I don't know, we really love, or I really love talking with my homies, and if you enjoy listening to us talking to each other, then that makes me so happy, and I really appreciate you spending your time and a whole hour, a little bit over an hour today listening to us, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.